So here's part 2 of a doctor convincing me to take the COVID vaccine. And once again, I'm going to ask the doctor very simple questions. I'm just going to pretend to be some random guy who has no idea about vaccines and try to make myself look as clueless as possible when it comes to these vaccines. I was going to get my shot, my vaccine, but my family doctor kind of convinced me not to get it. I don't know if you could tell me anything about it.
So what do you mean? What did you talk to your family doctor about? What did they tell you?
My family doctor just recommended me not to get it.
When did you speak to your family doctor?
A couple weeks ago. Just so you know, every time you're hearing a fart noise or a snoring noise, it's because these little guys. Yeah, you're making my video not sound good. Do you mind?
Was there any particular concerns they had? Was there a history of problems with vaccinations in the past for yourself? Any reactions?
I'm pretty healthy. Sorry, what's your name again? You're Dr. Who? So, just so I know. Dr. Sani. Okay. They told me the vaccine is experimental. It's something new. Is that true or?
Well, they've been researching these kinds of vaccines for many years. So the actual type of vaccine is a little bit different in terms of other vaccines. It uses what they call RNA.
RNA vaccines, has that been used on humans or people before in the past? Hello? I think you don't know. Hello, are you still there? So I wasn't sure if the doctor hung up on me or what happened, but of course I wasn't done with him, so I called him right back. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think maybe he was taking time to look for notes or ask someone above him what he should answer in these kind of situations. Have these vaccines been used on humans in the past, or is this the first time?
I believe they have been studied. They're exactly what groups they have studied, but even with this vaccine, they're being followed and they have some clinical trials.
Okay, so we're still going through clinical trials with these vaccines then?
From what I understand, they have done clinical trials before.
Because my doctor told me that the clinical trials won't be finished until year 2023. What did she mean by that?
Well, that's what I mean. Usually when they do vaccination, I'm not 100% sure what your family doctor meant. So I talked specifically with the doctor to see exactly what it meant. But
okay, so this vaccine's pretty much just as safe as all the other ones in the past?
So actually, the information I'll send you, there's a Canada website actually has a really good breakdown of each vaccine. You should know what's been tested and then what's in it as well.
Okay.
So, and then potential side effects. So there's, like I said, there's different vaccines made by different countries and companies.
I'm probably going to be skipping through a lot of what he says because literally a lot of it is just nonsense. All he says is it's recommended. I can give you the website to look at. I'm going to send you links. You should do your own research. That's literally what I'm trying to do. That's why I'm talking to you, doctor. If there's a vaccine in the market and you can't even explain what it is, why is it in the market in the first place? I feel like every single doctor should know the answer to all these questions and answer them without any hesitation.
They do recommend getting it. They do say it's generally safe. Like I said,
generally safe. Yes, guys, let's get a vaccine that is generally safe. Also, my doctor said that all previous vaccines have been FDA approved. Is there a reason why this one was not FDA approved yet?
Like I said, I'm not 100% sure. I would talk directly to your doctor about which vaccine you were talking about.
The Pfizer, the mRNA vaccines. I was specifically talking about those ones, the ones that are in Canada.
They're
100 years. Look, here's the lives. When you think about it.
I believe all RNA vaccines, all of them.
Okay, and so wouldn't that mean that none of them are FDA approved then?
I'm not 100% sure.
Can someone explain to me why I know the answer to this question, but this doctor can't even answer that simple question? Is there any type of approval, like Canadian approval? You know how the States has FDA. Do Canadians have some sort of approval?
Yeah, and then like I said, the links that I can send you actually have information on the process to come through.
When you get a vaccine and if you get sick, who's liable for that illness or for that death? Is it the makers of the vaccine?
I'm not 100% sure.
If we play a drinking game and we take a shot every time the doctor says I'm not 100% sure, I will probably black out and die.
It's getting beyond our realm of expertise. So this is something specific to the drug companies. But from what I understand, there might be a period where they're not liable. I'm not 100% sure, but that's something you can ask specifically to the vaccination clinics. They may have more information on that.
So here he said they might have a period where they're not liable. I mean, at least he's telling half the truth. Do you have
information on
a
that as well.
number to call those vaccination clinics? Because I feel like I would really like to know like who's liable. I would like to know if it's approved.
If you have specific questions, I'll give you the information. Toronto actually has a great website for vaccinations and how they're rolling out, how to get vaccinated, where to get it done.
So you can't answer any more questions?
I can give you as much information as I have. But
Okay.
those particular questions about who's liable, I'm not 100%
Okay.
sure.
If I get my vaccine, does that mean I'm cured? Like I don't have to wear my mask, I don't have to social distance, none of that anymore?
Nope, you still have to do this. Yeah, you still have to do social distancing mask as recommended. Absolutely.
So based off what he's saying, if I do get my injection, I still have to wear my mask, I still have to social distance. And if I don't get my injection, I still have to wear my mask and I still have to social distance. What's the point of the vaccine if I'm have to social distance and do all that?
The point of vaccine is hopefully if you end up getting in contact with COVID, it won't cause you to have as severe side effects or complications as you may have otherwise.
So
And
hopefully,
also hopefully prevent it from spreading.
but it doesn't
Other people
100% do it. It's like for hope.
So there's no guarantee it's 100%. But it definitely significantly should decrease the risk. That's what they're saying.
Are you gonna have the vaccine yourself?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to send you the information to do your own research on, because a vaccine is something that you have to decide to take, right?
Yeah.
It is effective. They say it's safe, and it is definitely recommended to get it.
Once again, just like every other doctor, just like every other politician, beats around the bush, never gives me a straight answer.
COVID has taken this year, just since the outbreak, it's taken more than 100 years. Look, here's the lives. When you think about it.
But what about your opinion? That's what they say. What's your opinion?
We're going based on what they say, so it is safe from what we understand. Absolutely. It is safe. Obviously, with any vaccine, there's potential risks and potential side effects. So no vaccine, we can 100% it's going to be safe and effective.
I keep getting like iffy answers, like no straight answers.
That's
So
the
that's
problem, right? There's a lot of information out that says one thing or misinformation gets passed around.
I don't think he realizes that I'm talking about him. I keep getting iffy answers from him. I'm not getting straight answers from him. And he's like, yeah, that's a lot of problem. There's misinformation everywhere. You can't even give me a straight answer. Is this going to be like a yearly vaccine thing, or do you just get them once or twice and then that's it?
I can't comment on. I don't think there's any formal information on that yet.
Okay.
So I can't comment on that, unfortunately.
Damn, so I didn't really get any answers. I was hoping to get at least some answers. In the States, it's not FDA approved, so that would probably mean in Canada, it's not approved.
That's not what I said. It has been approved by Health Canada and different governing bodies. Otherwise, they wouldn't be giving the vaccination, from what I understand.
I heard it was
But the
approved
FDA
for
I can't
emergency
comment
use. That's all I heard. It was approved for emergency use. Isn't that what it
And
was
that's what I
approved
mean.
for?
These are very specific. Like I said, these specific questions that I would ask specifically. We have.
I honestly hope every single person in the world calls their doctor and asks them all these questions, because your doctor cannot give you a straight answer. If you find a doctor that can give you a straight answer, please give me their number so I could call them. Do you know like the survival rate of COVID, like how likely it is to kill you if you catch it without the vaccine?
It all varies. Depends on comorbidities, age, a lot of different factors. So
Let's just say a young healthy person, what's their chance of survival?
Everyone's different because a lot of people are getting much younger. Even young people are going to ICU. So I couldn't give you a specific number. Unfortunately, everyone's unfortunately different.
Damn, I don't get no answers, huh?
I don't want to mislead you on anything. That's the thing. So everyone's very different. So people young and old are unfortunately getting it, and people young and old unfortunately are having complications of it.
Once again, a very simple question, and I don't know why I know this, but a doctor can't even answer that simple question. We're going through experimental phases. Even you said that trials won't be over until 2023. It's just a bunch of...
I didn't say the exact year. I'm not sure what the year is on that.
So you don't know the exact year, but you do know that we're still going through ongoing trials with the vaccine.
They're monitoring for side effects. And like I said, all the information I'll send you will have each vaccine and will have specific information.
I know. I just figured I could call a doctor and I could get like answers.
So they do recommend it's safe, effective, and they do recommend to get vaccinated for sure. But
That's they. You can't even say I recommend it. You just have to go. Is like, are you just like being told what to do? Is because I asked you if you recommend it and you're like, I can't.
So you're cutting out again.
Sorry. He's like, you're cutting out. You know what probably happened? He was ready to hang up again. I don't feel like I'm getting a straight answer from you. It's all like kind of dodgy.
Yeah, the questions you're asking, trying to direct you to the source of information. It is, like I said, it is effective, and I can provide you the information I have. But like I said, they do say it's safe, and that it does have a lot of efficacy.
Who's they, by the way? Who's they? Is that the World Health Organization, FDA? Who's they?
Governing organizations.
So when you say they, who is they? When you say they,
I'm talking about the NACI.
NACI? I'm glad you took your time out of your day to answer my questions, even though I didn't really get straight answers.
Yeah, like I said, if you have any specific questions, that's what I said. The questions asked me.
I asked him for his personal opinion on the vaccines. Every time he answered me, he's like, they recommend it. They this, they that. He can't even personally recommend it. I even asked him if he's getting the vaccine himself, and he wouldn't even answer that question. He was literally just dodging every single question. This is the second doctor I spoke to, and from the looks of it, both these doctors are unable to answer my questions. My first doctor was very contradictory, and this doctor just refused to answer every question. He pretty much just tried to refer me to a link, and I will check those links out eventually.